Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Modded Terraria. Welcome to episode 100. There's a lot of things that I want to do this episode. It might be a really long episode, I don't know. I might break it into pieces, I'm not sure. We'll see how everything goes. But before we really start, some mods have updated. Obviously, ZB has a new skin, looks really nice. One of the mods that updated that I'm really excited about is Chad's Furniture and More. And when I entered my world a little while ago to set things up for this episode, there was this little thing popped into my inventory. Chad's Apology treasure bag. Sorry that Nomi has been unplaceable for so long. Please accept this small consolation gift. Don't open indoors. Really? So, I have no idea what this is, but I'm gonna listen. We're gonna follow directions here, and I'm gonna open this, like up here. I put these little scaffolding platforms up here, because I'm maybe thinking about building something up here later. Okay, so, let's do this. We got... I'm a little scared. You might hear it in my voice. I'm like, I don't know what this is gonna be. But did everyone get this? I didn't hear anything about anyone getting this. It sounds like it's like directed at me. Sorry that Nomi has been unplaceable for so long. Okay, so let's do it. Drum roll, please. 3, 2, 1, go! What is that? 100 episodes. Oh my god. Yeah, we got Gnome Rain. Gnome Rain, go get him, luggage. Oh man. Okay, these guys don't count. Oh hey, I found some platinum. That is so amazing. Where'd the rest of them go? Think I just picked them up? Here. We're gonna have to... We got 50 gnomes. These are all Nomi's, like, cousins, long-lost cousins. They've all come to visit for the 100th episode. And, wait, we didn't even finish looking at this. 100 episodes of Fury's Modded Terraria. A one-of-a-kind celebratory painting by Chadwick M. DeVry. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. That is absolutely amazing, man. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, I'm not gonna put it there, maybe. We're gonna keep this on us, though, because I'm gonna do a little world tour. We're gonna try to go through it pretty quickly, though. I'm not gonna talk about absolutely every build. Okay, so before we go on the world tour, I want to make a few things from Chad's mod, and then as we walk around looking at builds, I might make a few improvements here and there, depending on how much time it's taking. Yes. Okay, so I made all of this limestone stuff, and the stained glass windows, check this out. Oh man, that, and then wait, there's the large one with the Moonlord on it. Look at that. That is extremely cool. Yeah, big cathedral. I'm gonna have to do that soon. Anyway, alright. So we're gonna walk through the entire world here, and I'm basically gonna start here. We're here all the time, so there's not really much I can say about it, or show it off, except for, I never use this, but this is like the obsidian and honey, crispy honey generator. We could do that. This down here is eventually going to be I'm gonna take these farms out of here. These used to be auto farms, but I don't use that mod anymore. It was like the, not the auto chest mod, but it was something that the chests would automatically pick up any items next to them. And I don't use that anymore, so I'm gonna take out all of these, and this entire area down here is going to be our trophy room, which is what I originally intended it for a long time ago. I'm gonna start on that soon. And let's see. So, okay. While we're here, let me break all this stuff. And I want to use these bells. We're gonna put these bells here. Let me turn that off. Oh, okay. There we go. That's perfect. Here, let me just take care of get this wall out of here. Perfect. That is perfect. I'll keep the 4 on me for this side. Let's get rid of all these. As soon as I saw those bells, I was like, those are perfect for this area right here. Because these little gold ones, gold brick bells, I I never really... They were like a placeholder. You know, they didn't look good, and I knew it when I made them. But they were just there just to be there until I decided to finally get around to doing something else, and that never happened until these came into the game. So thank you. Thank you, Chad, for letting me finally... Well, I'll probably put some other wall behind this or whatever because it looks kind of empty now. We'll figure it out soon. But there's that. This is the base. Everyone's seen it a million times before. Let's head up this way a little bit to an area that I also want to work on again really soon. It's the Stellaria biome from the Furniture, Food, and Fun mod. Previously Genosis's mod. I can't remember the original name of it. But yeah, totally unfinished, but I'm gonna work on that soon. I want to. And let's not activate that again. Here's the top of our base. And here's the Wizard's Tower on this side, which I also am never was 100% happy with this place, but it definitely does look a lot better than it did when I first made it. I just ended up changing the shape a little bit. It still looks like a cactus, sort of. But I don't mind, it's fine. It serves its purpose, it's alright. I'm not trying to make, like, the world's best builds or anything like that. But up here, this is also something that I've shown a few times, but here, we'll run over it with the wire. This is the little theme song, and I have been playing with note blocks a lot more behind the scenes, and I'm gonna be incorporating a lot more of this music stuff into some upcoming builds that we're gonna do. But here, basically, I'll wait to talk about the note blocks until I show off the other day-night chimes. But here, this is this. Yeah, there we go. Not finished. Gonna work on it more. Anyway, let's fall down here. That's enough about the base. Well, except for this. This is the Frostfire Inn. And this whole, like, I guess this, like, with the inn down here, the design of the inn, this building, and in front of the wall, and then, of course, like, this over here, this is all inspired by Adam's Castletown, which is a really big, epic castle build. Pretty classic. I think most people who play on PC know about that map, but if you don't, it's on the Curse website. You can check it out over there. It's a huge, very detailed castle build, and I think it was built in probably 1.1. It looks very old school, but it, like, very nice, though. When I say old school, I don't mean, like, under-detailed or anything. I just mean there are no stairs, I don't think. There are just platforms going up, you know? And stuff like that. So I think it was built in 1.1, but it's amazing for a 1.1 build. Very nice. And I guess over here, I'll show this off real quick. Our secret area. Secret Zelda area. Alright, and then that dart trap flies across there and activates the pumps so that if you don't have wings or anything, you can get down here. And then, if you don't hit these switches on the way down, you gotta wait until this entire chamber floods with water, and then you can activate this to reset it, or this to drain. I'm gonna reset it. That turns off the pumps and does some changes up top as well. And then I could just drain it like this. And some trees. Here's one of my favorite trees in this world anyway. Using a lot of strange plants for detail. Painted deep lime, I think. Here's one of our first builds that we did. A little flower house. I ended up redoing it. And Lumberjack's house, basically. His little workshop with his TV. Yeah. Our old storage area. We've seen this a million times. It was chest spheres, you know? This is gone. I just knocked this area out because I'm going to build something else here a little bit later. This right here is the very first build we made in the entire world. So this, no matter what changes everywhere else, you know, details and everything, this house is going to remain exactly as it is right now. Okay? Forever. This house is going to stay just like this. Even if the entire world around it disappears, which it won't, but if it does, this is going to stay just like this, because it's our first house. It's got a guide voodoo doll in an item frame, because it's the guide's house, and Maximus Furious. That's right. That's my character's name, Max Fury. Maximum Fury. Let's go. Our Hollow Knight, little Hollow Knight pixel art down here. Let's go back up here. Okay, and this right here, this was our first NPC housing, and it doesn't work anymore, or obviously it stopped working. They patched it in vanilla Terraria. It got patched, and so I was originally going to get rid of this area because it takes up a lot of space, but then one of you guys by the name of Augustus Drake, one of my subscribers and viewers, suggested that I just make it look overgrown. So that's what I did. And I ended up keeping it here. Again, it looks really cool with all the vines and everything growing in and the grass. And so I named the whole place Drake Apartments to reference him. A little shout out there. Anyway, here's my juiced painting. Yeah! Thank you for that. And... we got this house right here, which is just another, I think it was the second thing I ever made. It was just originally just this house and then this. The world used to look very, very different in the very beginning. We'll see. We'll take a look at that soon. And okay, so the day-night sensors. Daytime sensor, nighttime sensor. Here, let's use this. Say, blood moon. Daytime. So the wiring for this is easy. When it becomes daytime, the sensor activates the delayers right here, and you right-click the delayers to choose which direction you want to put them in. I'm putting them over to the right. And so what they do, they just slow down the wire signal so that you can create like a rhythm. Instead of like normally, if you don't use delayers, wire signal, I don't know exactly, is it a game tick? I don't know. I'm not like a T-Mech guy. I like to dabble with wiring, but I'm not like an expert with wiring at all. But the delayers will slow it down enough so that you can create music with it, basically. So, yeah, daytime triggers the delayers, and then the delayers travel in whatever direction you face them towards, and they activate any wire that's next to them. Don't directly connect the wire to the delayers from the note blocks, because then you'll just create one giant feedback loop, and it'll just blow your speakers, and well, it might not blow your speakers, but it's not fun, trust me, especially if you're wearing headphones. Don't do it. There's your warning right there. But here are the note blocks. Let me zoom in. The notes are just A sharp, C, and D, and then this side is backwards, you know? That's it. Oh, we got a blue moon. I'm so sorry. We'll do another one of those soon. I want to keep it like daytime-ish. Down here, I gotta hurry with this. We are like spending a long time. So this is a crystal biome from Crystilium mod. I'm probably gonna do a build down here eventually, or make this bigger. We'll see. That's all there is to talk about that for now. And we got this is maybe our very first pixel art, or maybe second. I think it was the second one. It's the little slime crown, king slime pixel art thing. We got Slimy's house, or the crown prince's house. I think he was from Ursian, and Ursian is not updated. So for now, we got Polygon, the hard mode guide from Elemental Unleash in here. Got this little secret passageway. I'm a big fan of making little secret areas in my worlds. So you go down the well. It's not really secret because you could see these guys on the map. We got the Clothier in this little tiny cute dungeon build, and he's the, I forgot what his name is from Spirit Mod. Yeah, he sells this stuff. Okay, let's get out of here. That's that. I guess I might as well use the door. There's a door right here, Fury. I'm gonna do some more building and decorating down in there. Little bridge. This is the first, like, bridge type thing we made. And a little crappy tree. Okay, now this is the barn. I really like how this build turned out. And some new things is we got the electric fence on both sides for fighting. Usually I fight like the pirate invasion or the goblins around here, you know. And Martian Madness as well, because I got this little UFO. I want to build a larger UFO around here too at some point, like the mothership. There's not a whole lot of room though, because I have the Crimson area up here. But there's that. And something I want to do real quick is, hopefully this works out okay. Knock those away. And let's see. Oh, wait, how's this gonna look? Oh, nice. Okay. That looks cool. I originally had ladders here from the Tremor mod, but I don't have Tremor mod enabled currently, so I gotta use these, which is fine. They look cool. I like how they overlap the blocks a little bit up there. Moving on, we have our little, you know, it's totally cool that it's right next to this, like, festive-looking inn. We got the little sepulchre down here, this tomb, Rip Unknown, and a little Lovecraft reference. And with strange eons, even death may die. Oh yeah, little Call of Cthulhu reference. And I might have this eventually, well, it's not big enough for a teleporter, actually. But we'll see. I might eventually do something else with that. Okay, up here, we got the Hoik, little spinal column Hoik, leading up into the Crimson Tower. And there's a player above sensor right here. So that when you go up it, it triggers these little guys to spawn. Oh no, I'm killing them with my special magic powers. Hey, none of them spawned up here for some reason. Hang on, maybe they despawned because I was down there for too long. Let's try this again real quick. Oh no. Come on. Go. That's right, you can do it. Okay, now, let's see. It's the first time I noticed them despawning. Okay, here they are. Whatever. I like using Drippler statues as decorations because you can summon Dripplers and during the daytime, they won't attack you. They just hover. So you got this nice animated decoration in your build. I love doing that. You get these little guys, you know, you could still, they'll attack you if you bump into them and you'll mess everything up. See, I just messed everything up. Good going. Oh my god, I'm killing all my decorations. But yeah, I like that. And this is one of the builds that I really like, how it turned out. Put a good amount of detail into it. It's not perfect or anything. I have these hearts with me. I was thinking about... Oh no, wait. Don't put it there. It's cool that they're animated. I made 12 of them. Stop putting it there. What's going on, dude? Stop it. Okay, there we go. I'm using a brand new mouse, and the DPI is set really high, which I like it really high. I just gotta get used to it, because it's a little bit more sensitive than I'm used to. Anyway, I guess those are it for now. Maybe I'll think about other places to put these hearts. Right there. I'll just put them here for now. Tons of hearts, because I like the Drippler statues adding that element of animation, like animated, as long as it's daytime at least. At nighttime, they get really animated as they try to devour your face. Anyway, okay, so that's that. Let's get rid of these for now. Pop them in there. Yeah, I gotta look for some place to put this, too. Ah, yeah! That's so awesome. Anyway, we got these little guys. They're just living leaf wall, painted shadow paint. And they look like, I put like skull blocks or bone blocks on top. So they look like little guys, little skeleton cultists hanging outside, sort of, wearing their kind of like vulture feather You know, they're like skull face, vulture feather. They remind me sort of like Nito from Dark Souls a little bit. That type of thing. Little cultists. Anyway, if the bone blocks didn't like change shape and reset every time you left the world, I would like for them all to look up like this, like all these guys looking up this way and all, you know, I think it looks cool like that. Here's like, you know, the eater trophy, and then I made like a little guy over here basically, and here's the top. And then over here we've got nothing up here except for a little crappy house that I'm gonna build something up there soon, like a tower type of thing. And we got Deadpool, Mega Man Deadpool over here. All right, moving on. The Furious Ferret Inn. And okay, the bells work now. Earlier these bells weren't working, so it seems that, I don't know, they were just glitched for some reason. But now they're working. That's that. I might make a top floor, like bedrooms, the actual inn bedrooms eventually, and teleport in with this, possibly. We'll see. So there's that, okay. And our little Expeditions mod notice board. This area, the entire desert, is gonna get a lot more. I want to do a lot more builds in here, and it's not gonna be just like constrained or not just like on the ground level. I'm gonna have like a desert town with bridges connecting everything and like sort of houses maybe similar to this, possibly. We don't have much room though, because up here is our like Moonlord / Ragnarok arena, and it uses the like Happy Days, his sort of shrimpy truffle strategy. You got water, so you could get the buff from that. Anyway, so that's that. I think this is our first pixel art that I made in the entire world. The ant lion crawling out of the underground desert. In here is an area that I've been wanting to work on for a very, very long time. This is going to be like an adventure map area, and I know exactly what I'm going to do now. But first, the entrance to it, there's a teleporter in there, with a platform with a pressure plate on top of it, all painted with shadow paint so you can't see it. But instead of the pressure plate being attached to the teleporter and teleporting you immediately, it is instead attached to a dart trap, which shoots a dart out, hits this teal pressure plate over here, which then activates the teleporter and teleports you down to the interior. So if you walk past it and you don't want to teleport in, you could be like, oh, I don't want to teleport, and move out of the way real quick before the dart hits that. Otherwise, you just stand here and teleport in. Now we have our, let's make it morning again. I just don't want the party to end, you know? We got our spirit biome in here, which I don't really have anything build-wise decorating it down here. It's a spirit biome up there with a mushroom biome, surface mushroom biome down here. I like the way they both look together. This is eventually, I'm going to put a lot more detail and work into this, and it's going to be like an enchanted forest type of build. Over here, we have the Truffles house. He lives in there, whatever. And little runway entrance to our entrance or exit to our tech base area. And then we got the House of the Sun right here with, we never looked at this guy. This is a new NPC from Furniture, Food, and Fun. You gotta buy, you need monster tokens to buy things from him. So I'll check him out soon. I already have a bunch of these things. I don't have any Nimbus chandeliers though. I want to buy some of those. Those look cool. Okay, so that's that. House of the Sun. Here's the House of the Moon. Anyway. Okay, we really have to pick up the pace here. I've been just rambling for like a half hour. But check this out. Okay. This thing centers down here. Check it out. Look at this. Yes! Look how it's glorious. That's the only word I have to describe that. It's glorious. That is the most glorious fountain of all times. It's the Moon Lord. We could turn him off, whatever. Okay, so what else? Let's go. Let's go up here. This up here is our Garden of Eden biome and Grandma's house and Grandma's farm, which we've been here lately, so I'm not really going to talk much about it, except for the fact, oh hey, that's cool. And this little mini fridge is animated. This build is basically a mixture of Jenosis's mod, Furniture, Food, and Fun, and Chad's mod. So I want to put this fridge in here. I'll put it here. And then this jar is huge, but it centers on that. That's cool. I'm going to, over time, like, this is just an apple farm. There's gonna be one for each of these. Potato, pepper, orange, watermelon, etc. There's a chili pepper too, I think. But yeah, they're all gonna be on different floating islands. I want to work on that soon. I've been wanting to. Obviously there's a million different builds that I want to do, but let's move on for now. I want to do like a little town on stilts over these lakes. And here's the entrance to our tech base area. I removed the mech transfer mod stuff for now until I'm gonna start talking to the mod author to see if we could figure out how to fix that. I don't know if everyone is experiencing that glitch where things turn invisible, but here's the entrance. I have like player above sensors right here so that, you know, this area is a lot of wasteful wiring, but I like it. It's wiring for the sake of like not use, but just like it looks cool. Where is that? I know that there's a timer around here someplace. Where is it? I gotta find it. There it is. It's all the way up there. And that just activates this. It's like Knight Rider. No big deal. Okay. And over here we have an entrance. These switches don't do anything. But they're not supposed to. Yeah, they're not wired up. This is the entrance to the low gravity test chamber, which is up near space, obviously. And this is where I fought like the mech bosses. Early hard mode. And yeah, it's all just silly balloon block painted gray and maybe black too. I think it's just all gray. And then actuated so that I could just move through it. I like that design. I want to mess around with a lot more of that type of thing throughout this entire area. And it also has like that toxic waste sort of like my wasteland map. That sort of glowing green water. Here's an entrance to like a little pod area. You know, like a little laboratory type of thing with chimneys down here that just give it more of an ambience. We got our little Metroid larva pixel art, which isn't completely finished. I'm going to extend it a little bit, maybe. I can't exactly do that down here, but I'll extend the top a little bit, probably, to finish that. And we got the viewing room up here with a little like computer-looking thing, little desk that I made, the viewing monitor, and a window leading out to here. And I'm going to dump some of these in here. Why not? Let's put some... Oops. Well, I might as well put 4, huh? Yeah. Oh. I have this on. We didn't use any of them. Oops. Okay. And then, let's just put these in there for now. We got... This is where all the items are stored in the entire world. Oh, and here you could see the dart mechanism. I like using the darts a lot. Dart and teal pressure plate, obviously. A lot of my wiring in this world uses this instead of any kind of other, like, you know, logic gate or anything like that. I like doing stuff like this because I like watching it, you know? But this is what the Knight Rider lights at the entrance are powered off of. Pretty simple little mechanism. And yeah, all the items are stored in here. Actually, all of my items are stored up until this one. I have all of these. And I'm going to make more as I can. I think I might be able to now. But, you know, I need luminite and all kinds of materials. And let's open this. This is my little sewer grating type of thing. And then, you know, I think Rulik15 is the first person who came up with this design. I'm pretty sure. just hiding like shadow painted red Christmas lights in shadow painted wall, in front of shadow painted wall. Oh, and I missed this. The arena down here where we fought SAX from Juiced Mod. And the green light is just coming from these. Oops, let's turn this on. From Sacred Tools, these are Life Fruit Lanterns. So that's what the green glow is coming from. And then the red obviously comes from, like, there's a ruby gemspark wall behind this Crimtane brick. Anyway, we're not going to walk all the way down there. Well, we will, because it is the 100th episode. Let me actually, like, cut to over there. Okay, so this cave is, like, one of the first places we explored. And this right here. Maximus was decapitated by Maximus's explosives. Stepped on an explosive trap, and this is our first death in the entire series right here. So I kind of encapsulated it, and this will be here forever. I'm gonna build, you know, the tech base. I plan to expand all the way down to here over time, of course. Okay. Now, here is our Colosseum, the Desert Colosseum area, where I'm gonna be putting a lot of boss trophies in very soon. Let's zoom out all the way, actually. 1080. So, a lot of these columns, obviously from Chad's Furniture More mod, they made this build. He's since made more columns, more different, themed columns. These are marble, I believe. I just painted them brown, and I didn't actuate them. They automatically, you could just walk through them, which is amazing. Okay, moving on. This is I just wanted a jungle house very early on, so I made like this at first, and then I've been kind of slowly adding to it over time. Not finished at all. Probably end up making a giant tower out of it. Why not? Like a very airy, spacious type of tower. Yeah. And then nothing really in the jungle at all. Like if you look at my map, I lost my map a while back and I still have not re-explored the jungle. Only 2 down here to the Plantera arena. Little baby Groot sort of decent pixel art. I mean, colors aren't right or anything, but you know, whatever. And the arena itself is just a series of teleporters, you know? Just little holes, like it's like a whack-a-mole type of arena. That's what I called it. Anyway, that's about that. I do want to build a lot in the jungle. And this area, like this build is one that this is one of my favorite ones also. I like how the planets turned out, aligned with this. It's very Illuminati-esque looking, sort of. It's a little lizard pyramid, surface lizard arena. And do I have... Yeah, I have Ultimate Peaceful on, but it actually... Lizards will spawn up here. Hello? Hello? Here you are, see? So let's just turn that back on because I don't feel like fighting while we do this little tour. But I'm going to extend this all throughout, like, this whole area is going to be, like, more little buildings and stuff, like a lizard ruins. And I'm probably going to go underground, too, because this... As you can see right here, this whole area used to be a corruption. This used to be Corruption Chasm, but I filled it all, I contaminated it in early hard mode. See, they went all the way down to here. See, that's one right there too. And contaminated the whole thing and then filled it with mud. That took a long time. But that's those types of things, I mean, I'm used to doing that type of stuff because I spent 2 years only playing Terraria on console. And I built about 6 different worlds on console by hand and like blew up the entire world with rockets, rocket 4s, and that took a very long time. So I've developed probably a very very strange amount of patience by just playing and building like mass quantities of things on console. So I've developed a lot of patience because of that. And here's our little, you know, lizard UFO. I needed to make a jungle biome up in the sky, too, for when we fought Yaren. So that's why I built this up here. It's not, you know, it turned out okay. Not 100% happy with it, but, you know, we gotta move on to new things, right? Okay, now this is, like, the entrance to the chasm area. with the baka tree right here. Get the baka tree, which still, it does look like a broccoli, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Like, I like different themed trees. I want trees to look different, you know? Like nature. No trees look the same. Trees look different. Some trees look really messed up, and that's fine. The house, though, the house itself, it looks like a shoebox. I want to fix that eventually. Change the shape of it, you know, because it looks a little too elongated. It doesn't fit in, really. I want to make it... At first, I was going for, like, a Wookiee type of look. I was, like, looking at a picture, a fan art of, like, a Wookiee house on Kashyyyk or whatever, and it looked similar to this, but it didn't translate very well to Terraria. So I want to... Instead, I'll, like, knock away, like, make it look more natural and blend it in with the tree more, instead of this, like, shoebox look. Anyway, then there's a little fishing area down here. I'm going to add a lot more natural detail to this, like mushroom blocks and a lot more, like, living leaf, more living trees. I got one of those giant acorns to work from Flash Kirby's mod, the Builder's Toolbox. I didn't have enough room over here, so I used one between episodes a little bit, and yeah, sure enough, it worked, because I was just testing that out. And the chasm, nothing is built in it yet, because I was this whole time, I've been torn about what I wanted to build in here. I originally, you know, I hollowed all this out or whatever, dug it out with the drill containment unit, and I was like, I want to build like a city of little like shanty houses, similar, like inspired by Blighttown from Dark Souls, just like wooden beams and houses on them, little shacks stretching all the way down to the bottom here, and then maybe like make a little biome down here with like lower houses. I don't know, different themed. But then I was like, well, what if I do like hollow out more of it, like widen this place and build like a giant tower, like a Tower of Babel? Because I've been wanting to do that for a very, very long time. Just build one giant tower with a lot of detail, but a lot of like make a lot of it an external build, so you just see like the facade of it, you know what I mean? Instead of just like being able to go in the entire place and having to do all that detail, which will take like 10 years to build. I want to do both of those things, so I'm not sure which one I really want to go with yet. Just throwing that out there. Those are two of the ideas I'm going with for that area. And this. Okay, here, let's make it. We got the jeweler's house, mostly using Chad's mod, a lot of his stuff, and Jenosis for the roof. That's living palm leaf, I believe, using the palm leaf wand from his mod. Little pirates fishing shack. That's one of the first builds I made too. Back, you know, like when we fought the queen jellyfish over here, I think. Man. And then this is an entrance down into my handmade aquatic depths biome, which it's so unfortunate that, you know, I built this whole thing, this whole biome, all of this. It's not that big, but it still took hours. It took a long time, like 8 hours or longer actually, because I initially walled the whole thing in with like just dirt wall or stone wall, which is probably like right here. And then after that, like, and then walled it in, then painted it all with shadow paint, the whole thing, like all of this. And then after that, Thorium mod added the aquatic depths wall, but then I had to place all that wall throughout the whole thing. So it took a long time, you know, to make this. And it's cool. I want to build in it. I want to actually maybe extend this all the way down here, make like a giant aquatic depths with maybe like a Snorks type of like underwater city sort of thing, a little castle, natural like ruins, like a coral reef town sort of. But the one drawback of it being handmade and not like this didn't spawn in my world, because I started this world before the aquatic depths were added, unfortunately. None of the mobs spawn here. And it's probably not possible because of the way they coded it and everything. But if it's at all possible to somehow allow the Aquatic Depths mob spawns to spawn in this, like a handmade Aquatic Depths biome, like, by all means, please let me do that, guys. Like, I don't know if any of the mod authors are gonna be watching this, but if so, like, I would love you forever if I could get, like, the hammerheads and everything to spawn in here. That would be absolutely amazing, but I'm not gonna hold out much hope for that. This, I'm gonna build, probably a speed build this week, maybe, very soon. Do a sunken pirate ship that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. This is just, might build some more little ruins down here, you know, little marble stuff, a little grotto type of thing. Here's our desert island, or as it is known now, it's Noemis Retreat, or Noemis whatever, little beachside resort with his, like, margarita glass, or his little coconut cup and wine glass at the bar. I wish there was, like, a female gnome bartender. That would be amazing. We got a little, like, super deformed style, like chibi style lighthouse over here, and, you know, handmade little cliff side, which unfortunately the world ends right here, but on the map you could see all that, but I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Anyway, now let's go finally to the other side of the world. Man, that took a while. All right, so down here we have our little Christmas area with our Christmas tree. I'm gonna be doing more stuff here, obviously, very soon. We got the candy house. This is Santa Claus's house. And I moved the Challenger out of here because I want Santa Claus to move in here soon. Here's Rainbow Road. This is where I fought the Destroyer in his old attack form, his old AI. He probably would not work here anymore, but I had fun building this. It took me about a month to make this thing because it's pretty long. It's an easy build. You know, it's just got a few little pixel arts in there. Spacing it out was difficult. I kind of centered it over this island down here. I just built a line of blocks up here and then counted blocks to each side to build it. But the thing that took a really long time, like building it didn't take long. Farming the rainbow bricks took a month, basically. But everything else, even the wall, didn't really take that long at all. It's pretty easy. Not that bad. Anyway, let's go down here where I just showed. Oh, this is the Celtic Knot. This is actually a design that a good friend of mine, who I used to build with all the time on the console edition, Terrapin, he built this in my console world, and I kind of, to honor him and his memory, because we haven't really seen each other in a long time or whatever, played together in a long time, I wanted to build this here in his memory, his honor. Here's the wall, sort of. Then a little autumn biome. Here's our gnome spotter's shrine. The entrance to our hallowed area and pixie village, city of the pixies, which this design is based off of a something from the Yogscast, one of their series, Kingdoms, I think. I can't remember the actual name of the series. But one of the Yogscast series, their logo for the series on their thumbnails had this, and then I just rebuilt it, like translated it. It wasn't a build, it was just like an actual drawing or whatever, and then I built it turned it into a Terraria build, basically. So I'm a fan of the Yogscast, so there we go. I want to put this in here, I think. There we go, and I'll throw this one out because I don't want to... Well, I don't know where we are now. Using the World Shaper's Soul, it basically turns everything into creative mode. So it makes mobs stop spawning completely. And it also makes you have infinite amount of placeables. So it doesn't matter. Let's just trash this stuff. Whatever, I don't need it. So yeah, whatever you use, any blocks you use, don't get used up if you have that equipped. So... And it was supposed to be if you have the vanity on, but I've noticed with me anyway, and my mods that I'm using, my mod pack, just having it equipped turns it into creative mode. So I don't know if that's a bug, but there we go. This is my Old Ones Army arena, the one and only Old Ones Army arena I have in this world, which is definitely a build that I'm very proud of. I like the way it turned out. I like the symmetry of it and the natural look of it. I really like the way the cloud looks. A lot of people didn't like it and said I should fill it in, but I like the way it looks when it's not filled in. I don't want it filled in at all. I like the way it looks like this. And then I like the way the trees turned out too, you know? And yeah, and then there's just a little bit of marble detail in here. I might eventually add some more, probably. Everything with me, you should know that my builds are never finished. Everything I've ever built, I always go back to it and add more over time. Here is where I fought Providence and the her minions, I forgot their name. Little arena. This I might get rid of and build something in here. I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. Down here, obviously we have the up there's the flame-raised forest biome, which isn't really a forest in my world, but I might turn it into one. And down here we got the Fiery Caves, I think it's called. Fiery Caves biome. And this took a lot of time because I actually went through and I mined out all of the ore that glowed because I wanted the whole thing to pretty much, for the most part, be like black and orange colored. I still have some work to do with it, obviously. But here's one hollowed out area for fighting the Flare Serpent or maybe building in. And then over this way is our mech transfer Asthrolite Shard Filter Dan's Robe. No, that's not right. The mech transfer mod, I need to disable it again. Yeah, there's something very weird going on with it. So I'm going to disable it again, unfortunately, because the mech transfer mod is definitely one that I am hugely excited about. I was planning on doing some really cool stuff with it. So I want to try to figure things out. Like, I don't know if anyone's even reported it to the mod author. I haven't yet. I've kind of spaced out on that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to report that and see if there's any way to get it fixed, because I really want to use that mod for a bunch of different things. It's very exciting. You can make auto crafters with it. Okay, that's very exciting for me. This is our little crappy box, which I'm gonna get rid of. This is where I fought Supreme Calamitous. Here is our event farm. You know, it's just, you stand, it's got lava on this side, so nothing will spawn over there. I could actuate this so nothing spawns up in there. And you just stand here basically. You can AFK if you want and just shoot this way. It works best with a ranged weapon. Just shoot that way, Mega Shark, any kind of mod gun, whatever. And you got the conveyor belts just bringing all the drops to you. And here is our dungeon entrance build area. There's nothing actually in the dungeon yet, so I'm just going to show these runes that I made. And the dungeon entrance could be tricky to build around. You got to be careful that you don't you have to leave space and blocks for these guys to spawn on, and this, or else they will never spawn. So just, if you decide to redo your dungeon entrance, make sure you leave blocks for all these guys to stand on. Or in. You can make little cages for them too. They just need enough room. Okay, so we'll continue the tour here. We're almost finished, pretty much. So these are the ruins, the dungeon entrance ruins. This is also a build that I am really proud of, that I like. This is actually the style that I really used to build a lot of on console. This is very similar to a lot of things I used to make on console. Because I used to like making really huge things on console, like this, like big towers and castles and stuff. The problem is, now, with doing that, is I have a YouTube channel. And I have to make videos. So building really big things is very difficult while also having to make videos. Like, for instance, like something like this took me probably about 12 hours to make. If I recorded all that, that would be 12 hours of video footage that I would then have to go through and edit and turn into a video, or use part of that. Like in this series anyway, I usually like to cut the speed builds down to like a couple minutes. Most of the speed builds in this series have only been like a minute or two, minute to 2 minutes, maybe a little longer for a couple of them. But I cut out footage and I skip around a lot in order to cut them down that much. A speed build of this would take, this would be like a, you know, probably about a half-hour long speed build. You know, fully sped up and everything. It would be like a half-hour long, the whole build. And I didn't build this in one session, you know, it was over a few days pretty much. And making an episode, like a Let's Play episode, while doing a build like that, it's something that I really need to figure out. You know, I'm going to start doing a lot of building, like, real time and talking about it. And talking while building is definitely a very difficult thing. Playing games while building, I mean, playing games while talking, obviously, is very difficult. You either have to, you have to divert your attention. You know, you either focus more on the gameplay and you end up rambling whatever, or you focus more on the commentary and then the gameplay suffers. So it's, you know, you gotta, there's that line you gotta kind of, you gotta weigh the, you know, what's more important. Luggage keeps disappearing. Okay, so let's continue up this way. And this is basically my reenactment of Battle on the Big Bridge from Final Fantasy 4? 3? 5? 5. I think it's 5. Sorry, forget. So here's Edward the Bard, and I fought Gilgamesh and Enkidu from the Juiced mod while using the Bard class, sort of. That took a long time, so I ended up just killing them with a more powerful weapon. But here's Edward, right there, little pixel art of him. And I like the way this tower turned out, using too many statues. I like going overboard with things like that, with statues and with lighting usually. So I'm gonna add a lot more stuff like that around. But yeah, it's basically just one long bridge arena thing. Then I'll add more stuff to it probably now. And then I do plan on building in this ocean, which I've expanded the ocean all the way down here to make room for lots of stuff down in there. I might actually make it deeper, I don't know. We have like all this room right here. We'll see. We'll see. I like the way it's shaped though. I like the way that turned out. I supported the sand with just stone, you know, in places. And yeah, that's that. And then the bridge just extends all the way over to the end of the world where you have a little castle gate. Anyway, moving on. We were just here, but, you know, I want to show the builds. I might as well show everything down here then. This leads to my little AFK, early AFK corruption farm down there. And this leads to the eventual, like, spooky town, spooky area with our little haunted mansion or small haunted mansion thing. I like the way this turned out. I ended up adding some ghosts to it. Similarly, on this side of the world, there is a AFK hallowed biome farm. It worked decently. I don't know, using a lot of mods, it would work definitely a lot better in vanilla, but the mods, some of the mobs from the mods kind of make it not function as well as it could. But there's that. I'll probably get rid of them eventually because this is a modded world and they don't really work as well as they could. I'll probably get rid of them. This is the Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, or actually it's more Super Ghouls and Ghosts inspired graveyard build. This is where I fought Abaddon from Sacred Tools mod. The moon, unfortunately, you can see it. It looks a lot nicer on the map. You can't really see the gray paint. You can see it tiny little bit, but that's probably also because I use the monolith from, is it the Stardust monolith I use for this color? I can't remember. I use either the Stardust or the Vortex. It's probably the Stardust, judging by the color of the glow And they're floating islands because this is an arena. Everything you can move through, I actuated everything. And then there's like a little, like I use the floating item trick to float some tombstones around. And yeah, it's an arena, so everything you can fly through, you know? Nothing is solid. Okay, now one last thing, and that's all the way down in the underworld. Okay, here we have our little underworld, Unholy Cathedral-esque little tower thing. Here's what it looks like on the map. It's very simple looking on the map. I like the way it turned out. It looks kind of like a painting a little bit. Just lots of little design painted in, shaped, you know, lots of borders. And these, I know, I never went back to these and made them look better. They're placeholders. A lot of what I do when I build is when I don't finish something completely, I run out of time or whatever, I just quickly throw something there as a placeholder. Okay guys, so that was the World Showcase. I'm pretty sure I showed everything, or almost everything. I loaded a backup of Modiphiya 1 as it existed in October, or on October 18th, 2016. Anyway, if it'll load, let's jump in. This was before, okay, yeah, look at this though. It looks so similar. Let me get rid of this stuff. Yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of this unloaded stuff in here. Wow, this is our original chest sphere. And we still have, wow, look at that. That's our original storage. Yeah, so it's after we already started this. Okay. We have this already, wow. That's gone. Do we have the base? I don't think so. Oh, we do. Oh man, I was hoping that I would have a backup from before all this, but I guess I don't. This is the earliest backup I have. Yeah, that's... Here, let's just rot a Discord. But it looks different. It's like no detail to it. Pretty much. This doesn't even exist yet. Does he? No, the Wizard's Tower is not here. Ha! I have no healing potions on me. Okay. I'm just gonna go across the entire world. Let's go this way. Let's take a look. This is when these still worked. Wow, so that's what the original, that's what they looked like. This is where all my NPCs were early on. Get the slimy house. Yeah, wow, we already have this here. I hope I didn't already hollow out. Oh, this is already here, but it's in the old... Yeah, yeah, we just have the, like the base platform up there. Oh, wow, look at this. Corruption right here. Wow, what? This is all corrupt? Oh, wow, this was hard mode. I was already in hard mode during this backup. That's crazy. And yeah, I did already... This used to not even be here. Like... I hollowed out all of this. This land, the surface, didn't go down like that. The surface actually went straight ahead, and then it probably, let's just do this. It probably went up a little bit here. I hollowed out, mined out all of that down to there. There's not going to be a tech base here, right? Is there? Nope, no tech base. Wow. Yep, this is what that used to look like. Ha! This used to be a little desert right here that I eventually made a mountain out of. Jungle. Back before there was anything here, there was just a platform here where we fought the Tiki Totem. And then there's not going to be... This isn't here, right? We didn't fight Plantera yet, right? Nope. Look at this. This is what this used to look like before I hollowed it out. Wow. Okay, let's get out of here. And of course, nothing else in the jungle is going to be here. And I think you're going to see, yeah, like the jungle used to end right there. And then there was this. This was all corruption. Because there were corruption chasms right here. Man, so this is like right before I contaminated everything. And, you know, did a lot of different changes on the... This is where I guess a meteorite was here, most likely. Chasm eventually is going there. And yeah, this was natural. This is what gave me the idea of making an entrance right there to the aquatic depths. Oh wow, we already have this? We don't have the island though, right? We do. Yeah, but it just has that. Okay, yeah, no lighthouse or anything. Now let's go actually back and check out the other side. There's nothing underground, I doubt. Well, actually, there might be the 2 farms. The Hallowed and Corrupt AFK farms. But that's about it. Yeah, the elevators here, of course. There's nothing here. Oh, wow, there is. There's a few... This is where the auto farm... This is the original little auto farm. Right there. And this is before I painted anything here. Oh, yeah, that's not there. Can't conveniently squeeze through that. Yeah, this is when this was mostly a tree farm. Before I realized that I didn't really need a tree farm in modded Terraria. And this later looked way different. Very different. Wow. This was corruption. Okay. I flattened all this and made that like... I ended up bringing it down to like here probably. Man. Yeah, look at this. Wow, I just brought it all the way across. Yeah, this was all corruption. Hallowed. Nothing in the hallowed. More corruption. See? Like I turned this into all hallowed because I didn't really have too much of a surface hallowed biome and I wanted more. I still want more. I want to make probably some floating islands, some hallowed floating islands, but yeah, there's nothing here. Look at this. I wonder if the event farm. No event farm. Look at this. Old school Skeletron arena. Nice. Man. And normal dungeon entrance. We're not even going to go down into the dungeon. That's crazy. And then, of course, there's nothing over here. In fact, there's probably, yeah, this later, you know, I put the slope, like, right here. Okay, there's that. And then... It's so crazy checking out, like, what the world used to look like. I really wish that I could see, like, other than looking up the old videos, which I don't watch any of my old videos. I probably will eventually and laugh at them. But I wish that I could see what this world used to look like when I first generated it. Unfortunately, this world was made before 1.3.5 or 0.4. Yeah, this world was generated before 1.3.4. It was made in 1.3.3 before there were world seeds. So there's no way for me to get the seed of this world, I don't think, right? It was generated before that, before the experimental feature. But anyway, that's what it used to look like in my first little backup here. This looks pretty much the same. That's cool. Man. Yeah, I'm actually surprised by how much I actually have in here. It's not much, though. Especially compared to now. And obviously the main base looks very different now. Pretty much. There's just a lot more detail to it. Alright guys, so the World Showcase took a pretty long time, but there's still a couple things that I want to do in this episode, including a build, which we're going to do right now. Let's go. Okay, guys, so here's our, wait for it, Shrine of Blushy. There we go. It's, you know, here's what it looks like on the map again. I'm gonna add to it over time, but it's got magic written in blue, you know, like blue magic, blue potions, and then the treasure inside of the treasure chest, which it looks more like a treasure chest on the map. Up close, you're just like, what? But, whatever. But the treasure inside are the molten bars from Blue Magic's mod, and the first item Blue Magic ever made. So I wanted, for a long time, I've been wanting to build something using these, and I've been like, what am I gonna build? I don't know what to build, and I wanted it to be some kind of, like, shrine type of thing. So here we go. Here's the beginning of it, at least. Okay, this was a very, very long episode, but there's a lot more that I want to do. The series is not even close to being finished, guys. There's a lot more coming very soon. I'm losing my voice because I've been a little sick. I had to finish this episode sick. But thank you, all of you guys, okay? Everyone who watches the series, it would not be here without you. And thank you to all the modders. Thanks to all of you guys, all right? Thank you very much. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. You guys, if there's anyone still watching, thank you. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time, okay? See you in episode 1 of season 2, or episode 101. Coming soon to a Terraria near you. Peace out.